Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be talking about just police cars in general and should they be sold to the public. As I'm doing this video, I gotta wash the car, so bear with me. But let's get started. So a lot of people feel that the Crown Vic or any other police car should not be sold to the public. And the main reason is because they feel like the car might be used in a crime. Now, that may be true, but just because you have a certain car doesn't mean you're going to commit a crime. And not all crimes are committed with old police cars. I mean, any car can be used in a crime if you think about it. Another one is people feel that whoever buys the car want to be a police officer, and they might impersonate a police officer. Once again, that might be true. Some people do buy these cars to, I guess you could say they want to look like officers or whatever. But wanting to look like an officer and actually looking like a police officer or a cop, two different things. So you can buy this car and say, hey, looks like a police car, belongs. You don't have any lights on it or anything like that, or you not pulling people over, not breaking any rules. But now, if you buy this car and you decide you want to add some lights on it, add your siren on it, you decide to pull people over, that's breaking the law. As long as you're not doing that, you're fine. But now you can also do that in any car. Actually, when I was on the interstate last week, there's some blue lights coming up behind me, and I'm like, no, I wasn't breaking the speed limit. And it was a Camaro, had the lights in the dashboard, the blue and red lights in the dash, and he had to be doing every bit about 90 miles per hour. Now when he got in front of me, I moved over. He went on past, and there were no lights in the back of the car. So therefore, this joker just had the lights in the front of his car just to, I guess, move people out the way on the interstate, but he didn't have any lights in the back, which means he wasn't a real police officer, because they will have lights on the front, the back, maybe even the side. But that goes to show you don't necessarily have to have a police car to have lights. Another thing you might hear from people who feel like these cars should not be sold to the public is that the cars are worn out, been abused badly, and who would want to buy one? Right? But, I mean, is there a car in the world that has not been abused, not been worn out? One thing about these cars, they might have suffered, let's say, a lot of abuse. You know, some are worn out. A lot of cars in the world are worn out. But one thing I can tell you is with these cars, they did receive their maintenance on time. The average Joe Blow might not decide to maintain his car. Then you turn around and trade it in. Who's to say one of them didn't buy it? Right? But if you buy one of these cars, you know, well, at least it was maintenance on time. And if you find one with low miles, that's a good thing. I mean, it still got a lot of life left in it, and it was maintenance. Unlike if you go to the lot, buy a car, as far as you know, it might be a rental car and been driven by 100 people, no maintenance, everybody been riding in it, you know, about the same. So those are some of the negative things you hear about people who say, why would you buy an old police car? Alright, so now got past the negative. Let's talk about why you should buy or if you choose to, you know, to buy a police car, why is it not a bad idea? How about that? Alright. For one, it's going to save you a ton of money. You know, a lot of people might have plenty of money. You might say, well, hey, I'm going to buy me a new car. Well, go ahead. But if you buy one of these, it's going to save a ton of money. You're going to have a good car. Let's say you only get 50,000 miles out of this car. You might only spend somewhere around $2,500. You do the math. A lot of people have a car note somewhere between $250, maybe $400. When you add your insurance in there, it might be around $500 a month. You do that for, let's say, 50,000 miles. You're looking at least somewhere around, let's say you do that for 3 years. So if your note is around $500 a month for 3 years, you're looking at well over $15,000, right? By the time you get done paying for your car, it might not even be worth that much. But if you buy one of these, you can get it at somewhere between 25, and if you just want a super nice one, somewhere around 4 or 5 grand, right? And you're gonna get the same amount of miles, cheap maintenance. You're gonna save a ton of money. Let's put it like that. So let's say you save 10 grand, still can turn around and sell this car for half of what you bought it for. See how much money you save? Now let's say you only got 50,000 miles out of your Crown Vic or whatever police car you choose to buy. You can still turn around, buy another engine, put that in there, and get you another 50 to 100,000 miles out of the car, and still come out cheaper than you would if you're paying the note every month. Not only is it cheaper, but you also get more for your money when you buy this car. Now today, let's say you went and bought a car. First off, a car with a V8 in it. Right now, a car with a V8 in it gonna run you somewhere around 30 grand, right? Now if you want a full-size car with a V8 in it, more like your Dodge Charger, your RT, somewhere in there, like say looking around 30 grand. Who else got a V8 in their car? Nowadays it's really hard to find a four-door with a V8 in it that's cheap. But they do have cars with V6 that put out more power than this car, but you're still gonna be well over 30 grand. Now if you're talking about luxury, then you know you're gonna be 50, 60 grand. So right now, if you went and bought a car that was $15,000, you'd probably get a 4-cylinder, small size car. So now you see where we're going with the numbers. Another reason why you should buy a good used old cop car, because it helps. I mean, you're helping the earth. I feel like you're giving back, because if you think about it, you have to go crush this car, right? When it was still in good working condition. But if you buy it, give it another 5 or 10 years, you don't have to crush it. You don't have to worry about recycling it at the moment. None of that. Take up less room at the junkyard. Right? Also, what some people fail to realize is that when you pay taxes, a lot of that money goes towards your law enforcement in your area or in your state. So why not help save some money, right, by buying their old cars that some people say they should crush anyway. Now if you crush the car, then that's more money we have to spend out in taxes, versus if we just buy some of the old fleet and let that money go toward their newer cars, instead of just throwing away these to the crusher when you could have saved money by selling them. That's one of the main things, or one of the main reasons departments even sell these cars, is to help get some of their money back for their new fleet. Versus if they didn't, then some people wouldn't be able to buy a new fleet. They have to keep running their old vehicles, and then taxpayers have to pay more money. That's the main reason why they do sell these cars to the public. And they wouldn't sell them to the public if it was a dangerous thing to do. Most cars that the police drive, you can buy them anyway. Like you got the Tahoe, you have the Dodge Charger, you have the Chevy Impala. All those cars you can buy on the market as regular cars, and if you want to, turn it into a police car. I mean, the only car that you cannot buy new would be the Chevrolet Caprice. But after it's a used police car, you can buy it. But once again, manufacturers, they're all about making money. So if you sell your car to the public and to the police, you get more money. But that's it for now in this video. Let me know what you guys think. Leave it down in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe. I have more videos out. But other than that, until next time, I'm out of here.